So you guys come out of the long break, and you have a game where Jared talked about you guys like the process, didn't get the result. Another game where you guys don't like the process. How do you guys translate that and kind of be able to pump the brakes and everything and turn in a performance like you did last night?
Sure, I think we took things from both games. At the end of the day, the results are what matter, and I think yesterday you saw an example of we felt like we were playing the right way, had a lot of chances. The puck wasn't going in, but we didn't get frustrated. We just stuck with it, and that's the maturity of the group that we're going to need going forward. I think you saw, the puck go in the net more as the game went on the third period there, and we just stuck with our process, and we ended up getting the result because of it. So a lot of good things from that game. I think the big thing to take away is going to the hard areas of the ice. We made it difficult on the goaltending, I feel like, and got rebound chances, deflection chances, and that's what we're going to need to do here.
Is this the time of year where you guys really start leaning on the experience that you have and having gone through, the rigors of this point of the season and beyond?
Absolutely, yeah. I think things tighten up the longer you go. The playoff race is more a clear picture at this point in the year. The break's over, the trade deadline's right around the corner, so all these milestones are being hit right now, and that's where things tighten up across the league. So everyone's sharpening up execution-wise, structure-wise. It's going to be harder to play, harder to defend, so it's on us to rise to the occasion and slowly hone in those details. I don't think it's going to happen overnight, but we're trying to build it in the right direction, and I think last night's a good starting point for that going forward to the end of the year.
You guys get Val back, and not just Val coming back in, but just the way it affects the entire roster. How big is it for you guys?
I mean, he's an absolute mutant, obviously. Like, it's crazy, 2 months off or whatever it was. And the performance he put on last night, protecting the puck, the shots, just driving the play. I mean, we know we missed him, but then when you get him back in a game and you see the impact firsthand on what he does on a nightly basis. He's a remarkable player. I've always said the best power forward in the league, in my opinion, and you could see that last night. And like I said, he's been out for as long as he has, so for him to step in and make that impact right away is definitely something we've been missing, and it's been great to have him back.
Four Nations guys talked about the value of that experience. Has any of that translated to what they've brought back with them to this group?
Sure, I think I'm sure they sort of talked amongst other guys on what they're doing within their locker rooms, within the team, the structure, different things that we can sort of take from different teams and players and experiences. So for those guys, going to the Four Nations is a great example of, trying to be students of the game, I think, and learn from different players. You're with some of the best leaders in the world, obviously the best players in the world. So just touching base with those guys, seeing, what they learned and what we can take forward as a team has been definitely helpful.
Back from the back-to-back, Jared Bednar was asked questions about morale, and he wasn't very concerned because he said nothing helps morale quite like winning. Did you feel a difference even in practice today, just getting that back in the win column last night?
Definitely. I think even right when you step foot in the facilities, you could sort of just feel a different energy. The back-to-back we had was pretty disappointing for us in morale, and we just had to turn the page on that. And I think today was more an energetic group. Like you said, winning helps everything. So it's on us to savor this feeling and just try and go out and replicate it again. But vibes and energy were great, so now it's just continuing to build on that.
Can you tell me what it says about the group that after last night, it felt like the top of the lineup had all but secured the win? 2 power play goals from Nathan McKinnon, 3-point night from Netchus, but the depth didn't stop there. Casey Middlestat gets a goal, you get on the score sheet. What does that say about you guys as a team?
Definitely. I think, better late than never, I guess, in a game like that, just to get guys confidence. And I think for us, it's continuing to play a full 60 minutes is massive, and just continuing to build the habits the right way. I think, when we go up a couple goals, maybe in the past or at the start of the year, we would have laid off the gas a little bit, given other teams the opportunity. Next thing you know, they're 1 goal away potentially from tying up the game. So it's on us to be a mature group, just trying to play the right way. Don't deviate from what's given us success. I think that's the big thing, whether it's working and we're up in the game, or if it hasn't worked yet like it was at the start of the game, we continue to stick with it to end up with the result we wanted is definitely huge for us going forward.
You guys aren't obviously strangers to winning, but going through that, losing those couple games, bottling up the feeling that you guys have right now, being able to kind of carry that forward. Just this time of year, what is it that you're changing? What is it that you're focusing on here in these last 22 games?
Yeah, it's details. At that time of the year, I think every team's focused on those little details that make it hard to score, make it hard for us to score too as well. So, I thought yesterday's game was just a good example of how fast we can be on the forecheck from the reloads. We got a lot of chances out of it. It was a good team yesterday with a lot of speed. So I think we know what we have to do now. We've done it a couple of times this year. We kind of go away for it for a week maybe, and it's just staying even keel with it and playing.
You guys find a little bit of stability on your line. How much does that help?
Yeah, it helps so much. A guy like Val plays so many situations, not even like if you just talk about our line, you talk PK, PP, 6-on-5, both sides. Such a force for us, and it was nice to play with him yesterday. I thought we had a good game, and we got to keep building.
What is it about Val on that second line that sort of jump starts? Because you and Casey have been playing together for a little bit now. What does he do specifically that adds a little bit?
His size, his speed, holding on to pucks. You know, when he gets the puck in the corner, you don't have to go not babysit him, but you know he's going to keep that puck and he's going to do something with it. You can find spots in the O-zone. But yeah, I thought you saw it yesterday, a couple of forechecks where he just retrieves it. We play O-zone for 30 seconds. Those are huge shifts for our team and our line.
In the second period, it didn't maybe start the way that you would have hoped, but you made adjustments quickly as a group. What did it say about the maturity of this team?
Yeah, I think it went with the meeting we had the day before. You're not going to play a full 60 perfectly. Some nights you might look like it, but there's always going to be a little spurt where they're going to push. They're trying their hardest as well, and they have pride on the other side. So I thought we handled it well and really go our way in the second for, I want to say, 10 minutes maybe. And we got right back to our game. And same when they scored that first goal, sometimes you get tight, you want to protect the lead, but I thought we just kept playing our game and potted a couple more goals, so that was nice.
How much does McKenzie help with something like what you're just talking about, not having to tighten up and continue to play your game?
Yeah, exactly. I thought we were playing well, so it wasn't time to change our game plan or the way we were playing just because we got scored. It was kind of a fluky play off a little mismatch there, and but I guess we just kept playing, and that's what I liked our response yesterday. In the past this year, sometimes we just sit back and dump it in and let him come charge at us. We didn't do that yesterday. We kept playing our game and playing in their zone.
The story around this team at the start of the year was that there were just a revolving door of people coming in and out of the lineup. It was out of your control. Is there a point in the season that you kind of as a group just decided this is the team that we have? And what would you trace that moment back to?
Yeah, it's hard to trace one moment, but I think, with all the injuries, a lot of teams have them, but I think we've missed 250-something games of players missing games. So you have to find a way in those nights when you're missing top guys or defensemen. You got to find a way to win. And obviously those two goalies have helped us ever since that trade. There's some nights where we don't have it, where we're missing a lot of guys in the lineup, and they kind of keep us in the game, and we find a way to tie it in the last minute. There's so many scenarios that you go by, but I feel like we're pretty good when it doesn't really matter who's in the lineup. We find a way to execute Jared's game plan and just play with that.
And this is a little bit off topic, so I apologize. But, you're obviously, this still seems like it's a really good marriage between you and this organization. Have you guys started at all talking about maybe another contract?
Yeah, we've talked, obviously, we chat, but I got bigger things to look ahead, especially in this time of the year. I'll let my agent and management do their stuff. I'm not a big guy on what I'm worth or what I'm not. I love Colorado. Everyone knows that. But yeah, I'm focused on getting ready for the playoffs.